All right. Welcome, everyone, back to the Rogue 2 podcast. I'm here with Aiden
Hello.
and me, Isaac, your wonderful host that never
Hi,
screws up.
Isaac.
We always make these recordings work. This is definitely not like the fourth attempt at trying to do an episode, but that's okay.
Yeah, no,
That is
you would
okay.
never. You
Never.
would never. We are back.
Yes.
Technical difficulties are hopefully not still going, and we can finally get an episode out.
Yeah.
We were this close last week. We were on the verge of greatness.
Yeah. But I just want to ask, how have you been, Aiden? How's things been going with your life, everything?
I've been doing all right. I've been catching up with people, watching a surprising amount of TV shows and movies for November. It was a pretty packed time. Things have been going pretty well. How about you?
Yeah,
How's have you been
good.
doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting that Christmas time, all that
Oh yeah.
excitement. Or also, it's been Black Friday. Did you get anything?
I got my hand on Donkey Kong Bonanza for the Switch 2,
Ooh, that's sick.
which I don't know if this is just how I'm supposed to be playing the game, but I'm able to basically destroy the map, and that's all I've been doing since I opened up the game.
Yeah.
I have not really tried playing the actual story. Once I loaded into the map, I just started punching walls until I was tired. It's a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Um, well, it's pretty much the point of the game, isn't it? Just like smashing through the
Yeah,
different levels. So,
it's so good. I'm
yeah.
so happy about it. I was gonna get another game, but it doesn't come out for another couple of days, so I'll be
Yeah.
saving that one for shortly after.
Yeah, I just got some like clothes and stuff because that was on sale. I was gonna get Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for the Switch. I was very close to
Oh, I
getting it,
also
but
actually
I
I did
thought,
also get that, but I don't know if it was on sale.
oh yeah, right. But I decided not to because I have such a big backlog of games to play already. I don't need another game that I'm not going to play for ages. So, but yeah, it looks really good. And with all this hype for Mario Galaxy movie, I hope I get it at least before the movie comes out because that would be fun.
Yeah, 100%. I did play it. I did play a little bit of it. The
Hmm.
intro to the game, or like the opening sequence, actually mirrors pretty closely a moment in like one of the openings in the trailer. So
Yeah,
they I was able to see straight away the inspiration they took. So that was really nice to notice,
no.
which
But
I'm sure
anyway,
anyone who has played a Mario game besides us would know already, but still pretty
yeah,
cool.
a bit. We're a bit behind, but that's all right.
Oh
So
good. So what
let's.
have you been watching?
Yeah, so I've been to the movies quite a well for me a fair bit in the past week or so.
Quite exciting.
Just just on Sunday, I managed to see Zootopia 2, which
Ooh.
I it was one of those movies that just kind of came out of nowhere. Like I think like like it feels like the trailer just came out like a few weeks ago, but
Oh
uh,
yeah.
it just finally came around. I really like the first one, which is crazy to think that's almost 10 years old. I remember watching
No,
it when
don't
it,
tell me that.
yeah, it's 9 years old. I remember watching it when it first came out, and I just loved how like unique and almost like it's kind of mature for like a Disney
Mm.
thing, and
Oh
um,
yeah.
and it's just got that mystery and all that. And the second one like is really just more of that. But what I really liked about it, especially, was they really go into like the 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 characters, the main two characters and their dynamic. They're struggling to fit in together because as a team because they're two very distinct people, and then they go on this like mystery which is similar to the first one, but I think it's very much like focused on Judy and Nick, their story, almost more than the mystery, where the first one was the mystery was more the focus,
Yeah,
and it,
right.
it, it tackles similar themes but like from a different angle. So it's just more good stuff. and it's got like a bunch of fun references to other movies that are done in a way where it's not just like, look, there's a thing. No, but it's done in like a kind of smart, funny way, and they really set up like they'll probably do more of these, which I'm so down for because they're just so fun, just to jump into and have fun. It was just nice to have a fun time. That's kind of been the movies I've seen recently in cinemas. They've just been fun times, which is just it's
That's
just so
so good.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. Glad to hear.
and also last night at this my local cinema near me, they were doing like a mystery screening, so you just don't know what film you're watching.
Yeah,
But they
right.
promised it would be a movie that is out early, so it was kind of like an early release. We weren't really sure what it was,
Ooh.
and so I was kind of keen, hoping it was FNAF 2 because that comes out in like 2 days. So I was kind of hoping it would be that. We
FNAF
sat
2 is in
down.
2 days?
Yeah, I know it's crazy.
Where
It's
did
coming
that
out in
come
2 days.
from?
Again, another movie
Sorry to
that just
interrupt,
came out
keep
of nowhere.
going.
No, you're right though. It's crazy. It's already coming out, but we sat down. It was a crowded theater, like the most crowded I'd seen a movie theater in like years. It was crazy. We barely could fit in.
Wow.
We had to book, or otherwise we would have booked out. It's just wild. But anyway, we sat down, and then I saw the A24 logo. I'm like, that's not that's not my dumb video game movie. So it was for the movie Eternity, which I had seen the trailer
Mm.
for it. It's a smaller sort of independent film. It's got Elizabeth Olsen and Miles
Ah,
Teller in
yeah.
it. So yeah, some nice casting that I haven't seen as much lately in in these sorts of things. But yeah, it's the movie's basically about there's this lady who passes away. It's kind of a dumb premise. It's a comedic film. It very much leans into the absurd nature of this, but basically she's in this afterlife where she has to choose between her husband that she died with or her previous husband who died before that to spend eternity with. Pick one of them. And so there's this whole funny like bickering and like the love triangle, and there's a lot of twists and turns, but it overall has like a very unique message. Like it does it in a way it sounds quite predictable when you watch it, but you really don't know where it's going, and the filmmakers really know that these sorts of movies are quite predictable, so they really like do it in a way where you're on your toes and you're not really sure which way things are going to go. And so it was really good, and it was a fun time. It was really funny, and it looks really nice. It's a visually really unique looking movie, but yeah, solid time. I was not disappointed. Like it wasn't what I was
That,
expecting, but I ended up coming out really happy with it.
that's so good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'll check it out at some point when it comes out.
Yeah, it was actually really solid. What about you, Aiden? What have you been watching?
Glad to hear it.
One.
So, I have been watching a lot of TV show stuff recently. So, like 2 days ago, I finished. I think it was either 2 days ago or yesterday. I don't remember exactly when.
Yeah.
I finally finished The Big Bang Theory in its entirety. I
Yeah.
watched the last couple of episodes and I'm done. And I've been doing this watch through since like halfway through the year, probably earlier than that. And it was honestly, I really liked the finale. It kind of crept up on me a little bit.
Mm.
Um, it's surprising how fast that last season felt like it got to its end, but it felt really good. It very much reminded me that the show started off focusing on Leonard, but by the end, Sheldon has just kind of stolen the show as the main guy, which
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting. He had a very touching final scene, and I thought overall it was a really good finale. I really liked it. 12 seasons, definitely not the easiest show to watch like that. It's
Yeah.
probably better as just kind of watching episodes when you feel like it, but I don't regret watching through it. It was my only thing is I feel like Sheldon went through the same character arc a few too many times, but it was still quite entertaining every time it happened.
Yeah. Sure. That's cool.
Uh, and in the much more exciting viewing of the week, I saw Stranger Things 5, Volume 1, because they had to release them in volumes of a couple of episodes. Because Netflix really loves having their viewers binge shows in one go instead of having a weekly episode upload, which I would have preferred. But regardless,
Mm.
we got 4 episodes. It was insane. It was so much fun. I loved it. They balanced all the characters so well. It was really, really exciting. Had me on the edge of my seat. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. It had a lot of moments that I didn't see coming, and all of those I really liked. They disrespected my boy Ted Wheeler, but apart from that, it was so good.
Oh, that's funny. That's
You'll see
funny.
what I mean when you get to it.
Yeah. I've
Um,
I've heard slight like hints towards that. But
I'm sure you have.
yeah, but not
But
too
yeah,
much.
yeah. There was a couple of moments where plot armor was on full display and people should have died when they didn't. But overall, it was so much fun. Demogorgons were terrifying. Um,
Yeah, good.
they were they were they were really doing their money's worth in this season. It was really exciting. Vecna, absolutely more terrifying than before. He has a cool little redesign, which I much prefer. Some people have compared him to Ultron, which I just think is funny for no reason.
Oh, that's interesting.
Um, some standout characters. I'm not really going to spoil much about it, but some standout characters. Will is awesome this season. There are a few things I wish they would do slightly differently, but overall, he was a huge standout. Had a lot to do, and that was that was just really good to see. Um, the new kid, the new fella, Derek,
Yes.
he's so much fun. He's so much fun. He is very much a bully type character. Um, who they, for reasons that are story explained that I'm not going to get into, they have to use him for something, and that was just hilarious. Everything he's done, I love this kid now.
Yeah.
Um,
I just on that, like I love how like before the show came out, everyone was literally just like trolling and going like, "Who is this kid? Like, why is he on the posters?" Like, and like just making fun of him. But like those same people, as soon as they watch the show, they go, "Oh, I love this kid. He's hilarious." So I just think that
yeah,
like that 360 is just so funny.
it's so funny what happens when people, watch the show and then make their opinions instead of the other way around.
Yes,
Um, but no, he was an absolute standout. And the most surprising for me, because this character has been around since the beginning, but then hasn't really done anything until now. I really hope I get the name right here. I think Holly Wheeler,
I think that's it.
the yeah, Mike and Nancy's younger sister, basically comes into this season and suddenly has a huge role to play in it, and she was really good with it. I really liked Mike as well more than the other seasons. He didn't do too much different, but there were just some really nice standout moments between him and his sister, as well as him with like the group, and that was just really nice. Uh, Sadly, uh, I did not really like the way they handled Jonathan and Steve, as well as Dustin and Steve. But at the same time, I understand exactly why they've gone down that road, and I'll need to see the full season before they do that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, overall, amazing season, 100% a step up from season 4, and very much worth watching. It's Of course, the ending was absolutely crazy, and they got to make us wait 4 weeks before we can see what happens next. Like the little scumbags that they are, but 100% worth the watch. I really loved it.
Yeah, I can't wait to catch up in 10 years whenever, whenever I do.
so, so true.
But I've
But
only
they're going to
just
release the
finished.
Stranger Things sequel before you finish this.
Yeah, they're going to do like the It part two where they're all like adults sort of thing, and then I'll catch up by then. Like in
I mean,
20
they
years.
basically are adults.
Well, they literally are
Um,
adults, but like middle aged adults.
so
But yeah.
true.
But now it's time for the news.
News. Very
Yes.
exciting. Wasn't the most amount of news, but there is still a few interesting stuff to cover.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about Sonic?
I would love to talk about Sonic. So, we have some release dates and a confirmed fifth movie, untitled film slated for December 2028, which is honestly not surprising. Sonic makes money and it's kind of hilarious and a great time all around. So, of course, they would keep capitalizing on that.
Yeah.
And Sonic 4 is slated March 19, 2027. Hopefully that doesn't delay, unlike half the other movies that love to delay. I'm very much looking forward to Sonic 4. I only caught up on those movies this year, but after the third one, I really liked it. So I'm just excited to see more. It's not going to be crazy, but it's going to be fun. I do find it interesting that the movies are 1 year apart in release.
Yes. So, this like fifth Sonic film, it's not really like the way it's described is it's an untitled event film. So I think it could be some sort of like it sounds dumb, but like some sort of like Avengers sort of team up with like, and I think Sonic 4 will set up that, and then like that will be the payoff with this event film. What that means, I don't really know. It could be like bringing in some same characters. I have no idea. It's far down the line, but interesting to see that's the route they're going. I honestly thought three was going to be the last one, but they're doing a fourth and now this, and potentially more spin-offs. So I
Okay,
don't
hear
know.
me out. Hear me out. Sonic is a character in Smash.
Yeah, I was I
I'm
was trying to
not
avoid
saying, I'm
that.
just saying.
I was trying to avoid that. I don't think
It's not gonna
maybe
happen, but it will be funny. It's
maybe
not gonna
one
happen,
day.
but it will be cool. Nah, is there what other games are from Sega? Maybe it's a crossover of some kind.
Yeah,
Uh Nothing super interesting that I can see here.
yeah. I like I don't know enough about like the Sonic games to comment, but I just
Neither do I.
assume they're bringing in some more niche characters and
Yeah.
building up to some big event because they want to make Avengers money. So
Yeah.
this is probably the
Pretty
way
much.
they want to build it up
I'm
to.
curious. I'm very much curious to see the route they'll go. It'll be interesting. We'll see Sonic 4 first, see how that goes.
Yeah, and that will give
Always
an
got to keep your
idea.
eye out for post credit scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so actually recently, I don't know if you heard this, but there was I think last year or the year, no, it was last year. We got announced that there would be a Ninja Turtles Last Ronin movie in live action, and it was going to be like
I do
R-rated,
remember that.
dark, gritty. That got cancelled with their reasoning being that they didn't want their first live action movie in like 10 years or whatever to be, a dark adult sort of movie. And so they've kind of like shifted towards doing a new live action rendition of the Ninja Turtles, which I did not see coming because simply because they've got Mutant Mayhem and a sequel's
Yeah.
confirmed. And so
Mm.
where do you think we could be going with this?
Well, it very much wouldn't surprise me if it's just another complete reboot. Because there's no shot it's a sequel to Out of the Shadows. They've abandoned those turtles long ago. Um, it is. I would. Last Ronin would have been such a cool thing to go for, and I've always said like I've rewatched the 2012 series so many times. It's so good. Would recommend for anyone who hasn't seen. But like, there's so many open areas for dark stories that I reckon they should be taking it in a like to the tone of the Dark Knight or something like that. They 100% should. Um, what I'm more likely expecting is just another. Oh, here's how they became turtles, and here's Shredder or Krang. But I really hope for literally any other villain. There are quite a few different ones they can mess around with, especially with all the different reboots. There's been so many different variations of characters that there's some niche ones I'd like to see, but I don't really expect it because Shredder or Krang, they are just kind of the main ones,
Yeah.
which is part of why I liked Mutant Mayhem, is that like one of the main things I liked about it is the villain was not either of those two. They actually went in a different route with Superfly, and that was really cool. And they had so many niche characters in that film. So I guess I'm not sure exactly what direction they would or what I would like for them to take it, but I want them to find a more niche villain. They can still. I would like for them to allude to the Krang or something like that, and try to do more than two movies.
Yeah. I also what they also said about this new movie is it's kind of like they said it's kind of following in the steps of the Sonic movies, which who knows what that means, but maybe less um like like over the top, like less like the Michael Bay movies, you know, over the top action and more maybe towards kids
Yeah,
and
right.
maybe like having human characters being a big aspect of it. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure, but yeah, it's
I
just
can
interesting to
definitely
me.
I can
Yeah.
definitely see because of the nature of each of the turtle characters, like I can definitely see it working in a similar style of like humor and action and just themes of connection. I can see that working for them. I just hope I just really hope it feels like it's different and not just the same origin again or the same two villains again. Please just do more. If especially if they're gonna try to keep it going, which I hope they can pull it off. I love Ninja Turtles. I always will. I'm a huge defender of some of their lesser appreciated movies, but they've really got to lock in and cook. I'm still always going to hope for one day that grittier, darker Ninja Turtles film. I will make it myself if I have to, but it would be just it's a franchise that can go in either direction. So I guess that's one we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, for sure. And they did say about the Last Ronin that it's they said it's not like it's never going to happen. Just for now, it's probably not a priority. So who
Yeah.
knows? In 10 years, we could see it. 5 years, we could see it. We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, they've
But
cancelled a lot of their Ninja Turtles shows in the last few years, so I don't know what their priorities are, but hopefully it works out.
yeah, all right. Now you see me four.
It is happening. Actually, I'm pretty sure they confirmed it before Now You Three Me came out, but now it's kind of like super confirmed. We know they're talking about it. It'll probably be in the next couple of years, honestly. Now You Three Me was so much fun. I hope the fourth one continues it. But we did hear, I don't know if this was confirmed or if it's just allegedly confirmed. But what we've heard is Now You See Me 4 is going to serve as a bit of a reset. Um, we're not
Yeah.
entirely sure what that means. I did hear potentially one of the producers have said the horsemen don't need to remain fugitives. So reset could mean they're just setting the characters up, the same characters that we know, in a completely different direction. Or maybe they just introduce new characters. I don't know. Um, It'll be interesting to see what kind of direction they take. There's a lot of possibilities with this kind of film, and honestly, I'm excited to find out.
Yeah. Well, that 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 idea of like a reset is actually quite exciting for me because you've got this new cast, these new three horsemen,
Mm.
and they work really well with the old cast. So just a movie, another movie with them the whole time, I would be so down for. But also, that could mean potentially like a passing of the torch, where this
Yeah.
new cast takes the new center because the old cast, there's some pretty big actors,
Mm.
and I don't know if they do that forever, but yeah, we could see. I hope we see like at least one more movie with them all together. But
Yeah.
yeah, we could also see like again like this passing of a torch, new characters. But yeah, I'm excited. Now You Three Me was really solid. It really surprised me how much I enjoyed it, and so I'd be down for more. Just like it reminds me of what of like the Knives Out movies where you just get one
Yeah.
every once in a while, and it's just like a fun time. It's just fun. You could watch these characters forever, basically, and so
Yeah. 100%.
this is exciting for me.
Yeah. And I've been Now You See Me fan for years. I don't remember exactly when I saw the other two. I've always loved them. Uh, Not always the best at plot twists, but they are always just really cool to watch. And so I'm very excited to see what kind of direction they take. Who knows what reset means at this point? It's still probably in very early development, but yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. It's going to be fun one way or another, hopefully.
Okay, so now we're on our main topic, and today we're going to be basically just going through all like the biggest 2026 movies coming out, and we're just going to give our thoughts and how excited we are. And so,
Oh yeah. So we are actually a lot closer to 2026 than it feels like we are. This year has gone by quite fast.
yes,
And over the year, the amount of confirmed films for next year has like doubled, tripled, something like that. There's a like I've been talking about 2027 with everybody I know, but 2026 is actually kind of crazy. So
yeah,
I'm excited to dive into this and see what we're excited for, what we're not excited for. Uh, yeah, how we think it's going to do. So let's get into it.
okay. So first on the list, we've got The Odyssey, and that's the new film directed by Christopher Nolan after Oppenheimer. It's got Tom Holland, Zendaya, John Bernthal. Um, the guy from The Martian? What's his name? Matt Damon. Matt Damon. And it's got a stacked cast, by the way. Like, there's even more, but a really stacked cast. Um, I'm very excited for this, just simply because Christopher Nolan, almost pretty much every single film he's put out has been good, at least good, if not great. He just puts out
Yeah.
amazing films, and this is really focusing on like ancient Greece, and it's having some like surrealist aspects to it, with like tackling mythology and the gods and all that. And so that's he usually does like somewhat grounded sort of stories in like set in the modern day mostly. And
Yeah,
so
right.
this will be like a new angle for him to do. So I'm very excited for that. I think it'll be very unique. And he's always like, no matter what he does, I'm down for it. I'm going to be there. He's just one of those directors that I'll watch anything he puts out. So this one I'm very excited for. We don't know much yet. I think we could see a trailer potentially in front of Avatar or in the few weeks, maybe. Yeah, probably in the next few weeks, to be honest. And so, yeah,
100%.
exciting.
Yeah. No, that sounds really good. Absolute, yeah. As you're saying, absolutely stacked cast. I don't
Yes.
know anything about the Odyssey, but it definitely just sounds like hopefully really well crafted movie. I'm excited to see what the result is.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got our other Tom Holland film, Brand New Day. Now, this
There's a
one,
lot. There's a lot there.
I'm very excited for this movie. Um, Tom Holland, he's my favorite Spider Man. I love the Homecoming trilogy. I loved all of them. And this just, I think, we're going back to the street level. We've got the Hulk in it, Punisher. We've got a bunch of these like lesser known Spider Man villains coming into it. Um, Scorpion's finally coming back after all these years, after being teased back in Homecoming. So I'm
Oh yeah.
really
No,
excited for this.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for Scorpion for so long. I was kind of annoyed when it feels like No Way Home was just going to make it so Scorpion wasn't really going to work anymore. But I'm excited to hear he's coming back. I'm a certified Daredevil fan, so the Punisher is really exciting.
Yeah,
The Hulk's presence is intriguing. I'm curious to see, I guess, his reasoning for being there. If they can kind of build on any possible backstory, because interestingly enough, Tom Holland and the Hulk have basically never interacted, as far as I can remember. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see that how it's going to work. I have heard. I have no idea if this is confirmed. I'm pretty sure it basically is at this point. Sadie Sink, who plays Max in Stranger Things, is supposedly in Brand New Day as an unspecified character.
yes,
There's been so many different theories about that. I'm not sure which of them are true, but I'm very curious to see what she's going to bring to the table. I really like the idea of bringing new characters in, especially with the ending of No Way Home. I really want new characters. I
yeah.
don't want to spend the whole time on the old ones. As much as I love them, don't get me wrong, MJ and Ned were amazing. I want to see more characters though.
No, that's
So
valid.
it'll be good
Yeah,
seeing what they do.
and apparently, she's returning in one of the Avengers movies. So,
I
I
had
mean,
heard that as
I don't
as
know how
far as I
true
know,
that
that's a
is.
rumor, but
Yeah, but um, I don't know. It could be interesting. I'm very curious. All right,
it
and
would be
now,
exciting. She gave absolutely standout performances in Stranger Things,
oh
so
yeah,
it'll
she's a
be
great
great.
actress.
It
So yeah,
it'll be great seeing, like, especially season 4 of Stranger Things. You'll get there when you get to it, but absolutely one of the most standout actresses from that season. So I'm really excited to see how she does in Spider Man. Always excited for Tom Holland, and yeah, it's also just gonna be a fun time. All the Spider Man movies are so fun.
absolutely.
Um, Continuing on the Marvel train, there
Yes.
we also have the I don't know if it's the most anticipated, but it's certainly a movie that people are going to be talking about. Avengers Doomsday is finally going to be coming out. Um, I have heard a lot of skepticism, but at the same time, I remember how excited people got when they were sat through a 6 hour live stream at Chairs. So one way or another, it's going to be a huge event. Whether it goes well or it goes poorly, a lot of people are going to watch it. I'm personally really excited. I love so many of the cast members: Shang-Chi, the Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, even the X-Men. Like, there's so many characters. So there's going to be someone for everyone to enjoy. I hope they're able to find a good balance for that large of a cast, but
Yeah.
I I'm very optimistic. I am just excited to see so many of these people come back.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's talking about, yeah, like the X-Men coming back and potentially Tobey Maguire even coming back. But honestly, I'm just excited for like the characters we haven't seen in
Mm,
like Shang-Chi or like the Thunderbolts or the Fantastic Four. Just seeing them interact with like more, like all interact together. I think that's such an exciting part for me.
yeah, 100%.
But I'm just really like we have no idea what this movie's about. That's why I'm like so excited to see this trailer because I just have no idea where they're going with it. But just really
Yeah,
curious. It'd be crazy to see like a movie like this with this cast at this scale. So I
yeah,
really
100%.
not sure how it will go. Yeah, as you say, it could go
I
really
mean,
bad, really good, but yeah,
we do have slight room to speculate. Fantastic Four gave us a post-credit scene to work with. But as a whole, there's so much unknown. Um, Also, I love Shang-Chi. He has one of my favorite movies in the entire MCU altogether. Not the top movie, but easily just one of the ones that I've enjoyed the most and rewatched the most consistently. So I'm super excited to see him back. Sam Wilson as Captain America. I'm
yeah,
looking forward to seeing him actually interacting with more than just Bucky.
yeah,
Um, so that'll be quite exciting. If I had to guess, I reckon the main characters are gonna be like Sam Wilson, Mr. Fantastic, possibly Yelena, and Magneto and Professor X.
yeah,
That's just my prediction. I reckon they'll have a bigger role than the others. I hope Shang-Chi has a decent role. I don't reckon he'll be
yes,
the main character, but also he's such an isolated hero. Most of the others are coming in as parts of a team. Like he's such an isolated character to bring in. So I hope he has some good stuff to do. Um, Interestingly enough, there's no Hugh Jackman confirmed. Um, but I still hold the speculation it's possible to see him, maybe even Ryan Reynolds show up. I reckon that'd be more of a Secret Wars thing to do, but you just never
yeah.
know. And Loki is the other one I want to talk
Oh
about real quick.
yes, absolutely.
Um, when we last saw Loki, he is a tree at the end of time. So I reckon there's one of two ways I can realistically see him being involved, but I'm so curious regardless. I think it's possible that Loki gets his butt handed to him at the start of the movie, like in Infinity War, but this time as a way to show how powerful Doctor Doom is. I don't want them to take that route, but it wouldn't surprise me. Um, but
Hmm.
the other route, I could see Loki being more of taking the role that Eternity had in Thor Love and Thunder, where he's one of the main goals that the villain is after for whatever
Yeah,
reason, and he spends the majority of the movie trying to get to him. Maybe that's why Doom wants Franklin. Maybe Franklin has the ability to find uh Loki or have some power to access him. Just thoughts, but one way
yeah.
or another, Loki is either going to be killed quickly, just to show Doom's power, which wouldn't be the first time he's died, but more likely, I reckon Loki is going to be the most important plot point of the film,
I
and I
think
hope so.
yeah. You just made me think. Then like maybe we don't do like we follow something kind of similar to Infinity War, but instead of like the hunt for Infinity Stones, it's like the hunt for certain beings. Like maybe that's how
Yeah,
like the X-Men are involved, with and like Fantastic Four with the baby, um, you know, just maybe even like what's what's in the Thunderbolts? What's the I forget his name. The guy like the guy with the yellow
Sentry.
suit, Sentry. Maybe Sentry because he's really powerful. Maybe he's just like
Yeah,
needs all these powerful characters for something.
Namor.
Yeah, Namor. Maybe who
Actually,
knows?
actually, I have an interesting thought with Namor.
Hmm.
I don't have it anymore, but I had Marvel Unlimited for a little while, and I was reading through a whole bunch of old comics because I find that fun. Doctor Doom's first appearance in the Fantastic Four comics, just introducing him. But the second appearance he had, which was immediately after that, he teamed up with Namor against the Fantastic Four. So that's one of the first villain team
Yeah,
ups he was
maybe.
ever part of. So it's possible maybe he's forming a bit of a Legion of Doom of his own. Like, I mean, we know Magneto's also in the film, so it's not like Doctor Doom is the only villain around, and there's still room for other characters who we don't know are confirmed. So
Yeah.
there's so many possibilities for how they're using it, which is again that's why we're excited for a trailer. We need to see stuff, but yeah, I'm quite excited. There's so many directions they could take, and I'm really excited to see how they handle it.
Yeah. But I think honestly with that, I think we're cooking there. I think we're onto something. That's like
Maybe we should be writing Doomsday.
you know what? The, who knows? Maybe we're clairvoyant. Maybe we can see the future.
Mm,
I feel like we're onto something. But anyway, next up we've got Michael, the Michael Jackson
yes.
biopic.
I
Um,
do remember seeing the trailer for that. It looks like a movie for sure.
yeah. Well, I just saw the trailer yesterday in front of Eternity, and
Yeah, right.
that was like it was such a hype trailer. Just watching it at the movies, I'm so excited for that movie. I mean, it's just got all that like Michael Jackson iconography, which is just so cool. Um,
Yeah.
Again, I've said this like biopics that haven't got the best rap. I feel like they can often follow formulas. So I'm hoping this one does something kind of different, but it does look really hype.
Yeah, 100%. I don't really have too much of an opinion on this movie.
Yeah,
But it very much looks like if a biopic is going to do well, this feels like the make or break for that. Um, it
yeah,
it looks like it's going to be either really huge or a really huge flop, and that will probably impact future movies like it. So I hope it does well. It looks like could be a good it could be a good feel good or slowly uplifting story. Um, I don't know much about Michael Jackson, so I could be way off there, but that's the vibes I get
no,
from the
yeah,
trailer. So I'm hoping it goes well.
yeah. I mean, honestly, this has like the potential to be like a $1 billion film.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, it depends how the quality of it, but like genuinely, like the hype around it is crazy. But next, we have another potential $1 billion film, the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
oh yeah. Now this one I'm excited for. Not because I'm expecting a masterpiece in storytelling, but it looks so fun. The trailer stole the Prowler theme, which I just thought was funny.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy.
New cast members, like I don't remember the guy's name, but whoever's doing Bowser Jr., they did quite a good job in the trailer. Brie Larson as Rosalina, she is doing really well from the few moments we heard, and she's a Nintendo fan, so that I just think is a good casting choice. You want to be casting people who like Nintendo and Mario. Jack Black coming back, he's always a joy to have on screen. Chris Pratt, I will defend his performance as Mario. I really liked it. Um, Luigi is going to be great fun as always. Peach and Toad, they're also there. The trailer was jam packed full of references. It just feels like it's going to be another love letter to the whole franchise, but I'm excited to see exactly how it goes. I'm excited to see Mario and Luigi actually spending screen time together.
Yes,
They spent
totally.
most of the other movie apart. I'm excited to see how much they can do when they're working together.
Yeah. I'm kind of like I'm kind of embarrassed to say how excited I am for this movie because I'm like I don't think the first was that good. It was kind of just simplistic, but like
Yeah,
that Mario iconography's doing things, you know. I'm excited. Yeah, like you say, good
yeah.
cast, really cool visuals. It just looks like a very colorful movie, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, exciting, exciting.
100%. They had to for some reason they are still avoiding Waluigi and Daisy. Why did they
Yeah,
do that to me? Give me my Waluigi. Daisy, you can also be there. I use Daisy over Peach and Smash. So give me my Daisy. Who else? But there wasn't the interesting notable absence from the trailer was Yoshi, who we
true.
know
Yes.
is around based on a post-credit scene in the first Mario movie. So, and I haven't played it yet, but like I said earlier, I recently got the Mario Galaxy games. Yoshi is like a huge player in Mario Galaxy 2. So, I mean, there's definitely possibilities of stuff they've left out. I think Yoshi would be a really fun addition to the movie, and I'd like to see that. I hope they've got surprises outside of what they've shown us in the trailer.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we got Toy Story 5. Again, we got a trailer for this. Yeah, kind of recently. Um, it's really delving into that idea of like technology versus toys. They show that with like the lily pad. They've got like pretty much all the cast back from the original. Um, yeah, apart, I think it looks promising. You know, it's got an interesting idea to tackle for the modern day. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
seems solid.
100%. It looks to me like it'll be a semi similar but different take on the idea from the first movie. Because from the
Yeah,
first movie we saw it focused a lot on what happens if I get replaced by a better toy. In the end, they had to realize they each provided a different but equally important value to Andy's bedroom. And so Toy Story 5 very much looks like it's going to take a semi similar idea on the fear of being replaced by something better. But because of how huge technology is now, it's very much an important focus, and it'll be interesting to see. Maybe it also dives into how dangerous tech addiction might be, or something like that. There's going to be a lot they can do with it. Um, so it seems like the themes are going to be quite important for this day and age, and so I hope it goes well.
yeah. Okay, and then after that, we've got another sequel. We got Scream 7. Again,
Because
another
they needed
trailer.
7 screams.
Yeah, which is funny because they literally make fun of sequels and all of that, and yet they're doing that also. But yeah, there was a trailer. Um, we're going back to kind of following Sydney as a focus and her daughter, Stu Mocker. Matthew Lillard is coming back to be the villain again. We don't know if that's just like they're using like a voice changer or it's actually him, but the trailer really shows like a dark, sort of gritty tone. But yeah, I love Scream. I'm excited to see more, and yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
And that's coming out
that's so good.
somewhat early next year, so it'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I don't have too many more opinions on Scream. I still need to watch the others. But from the trailer, from what I saw, it looks like it's going to be reasonably intense, exciting. Hopefully, it will be intense and not just unironically funny.
Yeah,
But nah, it looks like it'd be quite a good one. 7 movies. Let's hope it keeps some excitement and a bit of that movie magic
yeah,
going.
100%. And then we have our return to Star Wars at the movies with The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh boy, this has still it still feels like it's just snuck up on us and no one's talking about it. It
Yeah,
does kind of just look like The Mandalorian season 4 but put into a movie. However, I remember seeing the leaked trailer on YouTube from like one of the like D23 or whatever celebration there was ages ago, and it looked so much more exciting. So I don't know what they've done to the trailer now. Maybe they've done different stuff, but I'm still optimistic that there are going to be some really good stuff in this. I'm super excited for Zeb. I'm a sucker for my nostalgia from animated characters, so Zeb is going to be really exciting to have in there. I've recently started a rewatch of The Mandalorian, and yeah, Din Djarin in himself is just such a fun character to have. So even if it's a little bit more of the same, I'm still excited. But I hope it doesn't completely flop, and I hope it doesn't kind of just suck. I want it. To,
Yeah,
I really want it to be good. I really want it to be good.
I think I think this really they went with a safe bet doing The Mandalorian as a movie,
Yeah,
but at the same time, we're kind of at a time where it's like you passed prime hype for The Mandalorian, so now it just kind of feels odd, and especially after season three, kind of let most people down